What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the classes. Today we're going to be going over additional bonuses you can get while you're driving. This is a very, very important video because these are things that most drivers I know don't utilize, and they're very, very foolish for this. It can make you easily an additional $250 to $500 a week by doing some of these things. So let's dive right into it. So one of the biggest things that helped me earn more was getting a service called Play Octopus. Now what Play Octopus is it's essentially a tablet that attaches to the back of the headrest, and it's got games on it so that your passengers can play games, and they can potentially win prizes like Amazon gift cards just for playing the games. And the best part is you make more money if they're playing the games. Now this is twofold for me because offering entertainment like that puts you a step above every driver. The craziest thing is the service is free. They'll literally ship you the tablet for free. You set it up and you put it on your headrest and you're good to go. You get all the equipment, everything you need to put it on there. It's very easy. And on top of that, like I said, they can actually win monetary prizes for playing the game, and it makes you more money. I really believe it's going to get you more tips too because you're providing an additional service while you drive. Now on top of that, we talked in the last video about Solo. Solo is absolutely phenomenal. This is probably the best app out there for rideshare drivers. And with Solo, it does a few things. So for one, it does mileage tracking, which is great, as well as a lot of other services. But really one of the most underappreciated sides of Solo is that it actually gives you guarantees based on your hours and the amount, based on your area and the hours you're going to drive. So what they do is they take all this data from other drivers and they say, okay, you're in Charlotte, North Carolina. You plan on driving 8 hours today. You should make this amount. And if you drive that whole time and you don't make that amount, they're going to cover the difference for you. So you can give yourself a good guarantee each day if you want to make, if you know you want to make $150 a day, you can basically keep changing the hours until you get the dollar amount you want. Then you work those hours and you should make that guaranteed number. That app is packed full of features. Those are really just the two best and the two most essential to utilize. But Solo is a must for all drivers. Another really great service is Ivy Card. Ivy Card is essentially not a prepaid card, but it's a card they send you. So what you do is you link your rideshare accounts and your bank account, and they'll essentially give you cash advances via the card they send you so that you have access to funds early. Very, very valuable, especially if you're on a tighter budget. There's going to be a lot of times where you need to work that day and you're low on gas and cash. That's where having something like Ivy Card really comes in handy because you're able to essentially use that money before you even have it to get the gas you need or whatever it is. So Ivy Card is another one that's really going to provide a lot of value to you. Now the fourth one, and probably the most important, is Buckle Up Insurance. So a lot of people, this is a trickier thing, but a lot of people try to just use their own car's insurance to drive Uber and Lyft, and this is a big mistake because most insurance companies do not want you driving rideshare on their insurance plan, and a lot of times they will not insure you if they know that you're doing this. So you do need rideshare insurance, and Buckle Up is the best and the most affordable option. I had a bad scenario where the car accident I got into where I wasn't at fault, my insurance didn't want anything to do with it, and they dropped me. Even though I wasn't at fault. They said, hey, you never told us you were doing this. And I didn't know at the time because when I bought the car and got insurance, I wasn't driving for Uber and Lyft yet. So I never knew that I needed to tell them. And then I get in that accident and they dropped me because I didn't tell them. And on top of that, I had to handle the whole situation myself. And fortunately, I was able to. But especially if I had been at fault, or if I hadn't been able to talk to the other driver's insurance and get them to deal with it, it could have been a really bad situation because my car was in the shop for 3 weeks. And I can imagine it would have been a pretty pricey repair cost if I hadn't gotten his insurance to do it. So Buckle up insurance is a necessity just to make sure you're insured and you're safe when on the road. It's a very, very simple process. On top of that, there's a lot of other services you guys can look into. There's also some services where you could wrap your car and get paid. There's a stereo service. So if you just Google rideshare apps or ways to make additional money with apps on rideshare, there's going to be a lot of other apps and services that do come up as well. But those 4 are the main 4 that I guarantee you want to have no matter what. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video and showing up to today's virtual class. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay safe out there, and I will talk to you guys soon.